Today we're here with Susan Patrick and our superintendent, Mark Thane, and you guys are here to give a final push to get people to get out and vote for the Missoula County Public School bond for the high school and elementary school. So please,
sure,
have at it.
Well, ballots are out. We are counting every vote. We think it's going to be a close election. We encourage everybody to participate. It's too late to mail in ballots, but people can drop them at the election center at the Missoula County Fairgrounds all day today. 24 hours ballot drop-off window. If they need a new ballot, they can get one, and they need to be back by 8 o'clock tomorrow night.
Perfect.
And tomorrow being election day, we will have collection sites at each of the 9 MCPS elementary buildings, the University Center, as well as the elections office. So there's an opportunity tomorrow not only to register and to cast a ballot at the elections office if you're not yet registered to vote, but there are convenient drop-off locations around the community.
Nice.
So please, we want everybody to get out and vote.
All right, great. So I guess one of the things that Noel mentioned to you earlier is like some of the things that some of the people are now voicing their concerns about this bond in general, about the tax burden.
Yeah.
Sure. A couple things that need to be considered. First of all, the request is to have the authority to issue the bonds. We won't issue all the bonds at one single time. So it's conceived that about half to 60% of the projects would be initiated early on in the bond project. So we would anticipate early next year selling about 50 to 60% of the bonds. We have a limited capacity in terms of the construction community as well as MCPS to manage that number of projects. So we would anticipate the remainder of the bonds wouldn't be issued for 3 or so years down the road. So there will be a bit of a staging. One of the questions that's been asked frequently is why aren't these projects handled through your normal budget process? And I would just emphasize that our normal general fund budget is capped by state statute, and about 90% of that budget is dedicated to salary and benefits, which makes sense because we are a service-related industry. We can't overtax the taxpayers in our general fund budget and create some kind of a savings account that would ordinarily accrue enough so that we could take on these kinds of projects. So bonding is the mechanism that's allowed under state statute for us to take on capital projects.
Do you guys have kind of like the same system? If you guys don't spend the money, you lose it and you can never get it back?
We actually will have authority to sell those bonds, and once we sell the bonds, we have 3 years to expend the proceeds. So we'll see when the projects come in and when they're bid just exactly how they stack up. We will make certain that we're good stewards of the public resources, and if in fact we get to the conclusion of the projects and haven't expended all the bond proceeds, then that's a credit back to the taxpayer.
Oh, nice.
We can't transfer that money to any other funds.
Mm-hmm.
I would also add that as our tax base increases and Missoula is in a bit of a growth spurt, that the individual responsibility on the rest of us will decrease as we have more taxpayers. And really that it's an investment. The longer we wait, the more expensive it's going to be. So now is the time, if not past time, to make these investments in our schools.
So what about like on the ballot, like people in the county who don't live in the city, they're just voting on the high school thing.
Right.
So what is the difference between the people who live in the city versus the county in terms of the tax impact?
Perfect. You raise a really good point. First of all, if you live in the city proper and are served by one of our 9 elementary buildings or 3 middle schools, you'll vote on both issues. So the elementary bond issue is $88 million. And on a $200,000 assessed property, it would have an impact of approximately $12 a month, $144 a year. If you also, or if you live in the elementary district, you would also vote on the secondary issue, which is $70 million. That tax base is a very different tax base. It's the entire county with the exception of the Frenchtown area. So that would have an impact on a $200,000 assessed property of approximately $6 a month, or $72 a year. If you live in the county only and are not served by Missoula County Public Schools elementary districts, so Bonner, Clinton, Lolo, Hellgate Elementary, Target Range, DeSmet, Sealy, Potomac, then you would vote only on the secondary issue. So it would be the $6 a month on a $200,000 assessed property.
Okay, nice. That makes sense. Yeah.
So do you guys have anything, final words? Each of you have any final words about this bond and why people should vote for it?
Well, I think it's just a critical investment in our community, our schools, our kids, and our future. We need to give these kids access to 21st century technology and facilities so they can go on to be tomorrow's leaders and competitive in a global society. And I just encourage everybody to get out, vote yes on both sides of their ballot.
I think Susan stated it very well. I really would focus on the fact that we're dealing with deferred maintenance, and these are the community's facilities, and we have an obligation to maintain them appropriately. The technology enhancements are critical if we intend our students to be able to access the online resources that students all across the country access. And we do have some capacity issues. We're growing. Our elementary enrollment has increased 420 students between 2010 and 2015. We'll see that continue to move through the system. So we want to align with the 21st century model of education. We engaged over 300 members of the community in this process and have vetted the projects very well. And we encourage the community to come out and vote. We want to have a high voter turnout. We want to truly understand what the community's desires are in this regard.
Cool.
And where can people find more information about all of this?
Yesformissoulaschools.org.
Or the Missoula County Public Schools website, which is www.mcpsmt.org. Over 1,800 pages of fun documents if you'd like to peruse them.
Great.
And thank you both for
Yes.
letting us come and tell the story of the bonds over the last several weeks. We really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Oh,
really
definitely
appreciate
it's
it.
kind of bittersweet, you know.
And
Yes,
then-
there we go.
And then you guys are going to leave.
Yeah. We'll find something else to come talk to you
Back to
about.
talk about.
All right.
Well, thank you very much, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after this.